Hello and welcome to episode 234 of Wool is the Answer. I'm Marie.
And I'm Dominique.
I'm just laughing because as I was about to press the button, or as I did press the button, Dominique's phone made some noises.
Well, let me turn my phone on silent because it's very rarely off silent. And I'd been watching something on YouTube, and instead of switching accounts to the Wool is the Answer one, I'd pressed play. So you were listening to Nitty Natty in the background.
Oh, well, that's what it was then. Oh, there. We're there. Right. Hello. Hello. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I mean, we're trialing out lights. I've got a new light today. Mine seems to be working quite right, and I'm not getting too much glare on my glasses because sometimes I had one before where it literally hit my glasses and I couldn't see, but this seems to be working.
Well, and I've got one, but I'd got a new broadband hub sent to me and I swapped it over today, and I thought I'd updated all my passwords, but of course when I put my old phone that I only used podcast, it wasn't connected to the internet, so that's why we're late, because I couldn't get connected to the internet, so I've not had a chance to properly. I mean, that is too bright.
That's too bright. That's too bright. That looked like you got a torch underneath here, like when you were a child. And I had a phone from my daughter just as literally, so I had to press the button, so that's why we're a few minutes late. Oh, hello from Switzerland, Gabby. Well, I think that's better. I think it just needs moving in a different angle.
Well, I've got different colours. That's yellow. That's not quite yellow.
I've gone like that's the bluey white.
That's white. Anyway, I'll play later, but we're here. I've got internet. I can't get this up yet. So
while Dominique's still talking about that, I'll quickly say there's a few of you who still haven't ordered month 3 of the Hint of Springtime. If you don't want it, that's fine. You don't have to get it. But if you do want it, I'm hoping to get it posted out by Monday. So you do need to get your orders in the next couple of days, please.
And if you've ordered it at the beginning for the full duration and you've ordered month 3, mentioning no names, month 3's been refunded.
But the surname maybe rhymes with Bob.
Yeah. It's been refunded anyway.
It's lovely.
Nice to have you with us.
Yes.
Gabby saying she's finally able to join us live.
Good.
Nice to have you. And we're back in the right places.
And I don't know how.
Yeah.
You know, I've done nothing different. I've just logged on. Who knows?
Goodness knows why, but
I'm in a different room. Maybe that's it.
I mean, who knows?
Who knows? Right. So that was the admin thing. And don't worry, because I will, if I haven't heard from you over the weekend and I think you might want it, I'll just email you. And then I just don't want you to miss out on it. So hello, everybody. Like you say, we know what.
I'm sorry, I've just seen Jane's on. Jane, you've not ordered, but we'll speak to you on Sunday.
Yes. Yeah. So don't worry about it. Yes, Anita. Yes, you're all right. What was I going to say there? Brain's gone. Anyway, hello. Completely forgotten.
I don't know what you were going to say.
I don't know what I was talking about. Anyway, let's just get going. What would you like to see first, Dominique?
Have you got a cast on?
Have I got a cast on? I haven't actually got a cast on, but I've got work in progress. I've got things that are before a cast on.
Well, let's see, because I have only got the 3 things that all I'm working on. So let's see, pre-cast on.
Pre-cast on, i.e. still in a skein of yarn.
Yes.
So I went to Blackpool and met up with some friends, and we had a lovely time meeting up with friends. It was quite comical, but I did make some purchases. One I haven't got with me because I'd forgotten. Well, I hadn't forgotten. I had ummed and ahed about it. So one of the ladies was there the next day, so she went and kindly got it for me. So I can show you a photo of that. But the first thing I got actually was when we went in, Jo Pickle Lily was there, and you know I can't resist A, Jo Pickle Lily stuff, and B, sparkles. You know, the combination, you know, I'm just there straight away. I'm like a magpie. So, I mean, because we all need them, don't we? I got 2 more little yarn tubs. Oh, look at the sparkle.
That the fabric that Jo does that's like that, because she's done all sorts of different colours. They're lovely, aren't they?
Yes, because I was just saying to her, I've got a pink one, I've got a black one, I've got a gold one.
Yes.
And I saw these and I thought, well, I've got to have it. It would be rude not to get them, wouldn't it? So I purchased those, which is good because they're going straight into action. And of course, I had to pick up my oh, sorry, I was just trying to. So I picked up my love in a box that she'd done. Now I'm sure that these have already been sent out because I think I've seen them on out on social media. But if you don't want to see what's in them, look away. So that's the box, and as usual, they're always presented really well, aren't they? Oh,
that's
I've got to say, this light is giving off a good true colour of things.
Is it? That's very pretty.
So I mean, because you just need more. There's a little bag.
I like that fabric.
And there was a little
nice
stitch marker, and then there's some smelly heart-shaped
a little candles,
and then a little tiny mini skein, a micro skein.
Very pretty.
So yeah, so I was really pleased with that. So that will go in my stash, and of course the little bag. But Jo had these to sell as well, lots of these colours which I think are really springtime, aren't they? They're lovely fabric.
Spring Easter.
Yeah. So I picked that up. So that was my first purchase. But I do like these just for putting one cake of yarn in, turning them over, especially when I'm using a couple of different colours. It saves me getting in a right knot.
Yes.
I'm trying to work out what Victoria's message said.
Victoria's saying, my heart nearly stopped when I thought a pre-cast on was a swatch. You said, I've got something before a cast on. Victoria thought you meant you'd done a swatch.
Don't be ridiculous, Victoria. Get a word with yourselves. That's never going to... Well, it sometimes happens, but I do my own swatching. I'll basically just knit and then I'll get me little see-through ruler out and just count my stitches, and it's either there or about, you know. Yeah, sorry, Victoria, if you nearly fell off a chair. I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
So the other thing I bought that I have with me, which is what I was talking about. Look at this gorgeous colour. Oh,
I mean, that is, if that wasn't dyed for you.
That is beautiful. And it's called Auroa, and it's by Yarn Unique. And it's silky yak, so it's the 60% merino, 20% silk, and 20% yak. So it's the same base that we do, but the colours are absolutely beautiful. So that's the DK. So that I think is going to be the tank top that I've been coveting that Sue's knitting, the Starcraft one.
Yes.
She had it on, and it looked beautiful in a multicoloured, you know, like a tonal coloured. So. Yes. That's what I was looking for, to try and find something. And
Sue's done it in the Starcraft boutique, hasn't she?
Yes. So yeah, but I mean that you can really see the shine on it. The colours are stunning, and you know, purple is one of my favourite colours. I know I wear a lot of pink, but purple and green are actually my favourite colours. But I just saw it and thought, oh, I've got to have it.
Very, very nice,
and it's so soft. Yes, so. I got that, so that's what it's for. And the other yarn that I got, I'll have to show you a photograph. It's called Cupid's Arrow, and I mean that's got my name written all over it, hasn't it? It's pinks and reds.
Yes.
And that's from the Discreet Unicorn. So Marjorie very kindly went and picked 2 of them up for me, and I may have messaged Miriam today, who's the owner of Discreet Unicorn, just to see if she maybe had another one, because think I've seen something I want to do, and it's a knitted t-shirt. But this yarn's only got 365 meters on it, and I thought it had 400.
A 4-ply.
Yeah, 4-ply. So I don't think I'll have enough to do the one I've seen, because it literally is all lace.
Right.
So I've seen I've asked her if she's got another one, so she'll find out if she's got another one, and if not, I might just have to tweak the pattern. Because can you remember when? Can't remember where we were when I got some bright pink mohair from Attic Spin Dye. I got 2 skeins of it. Might have been, I think it was Yarndale last year, because they were right behind us, weren't they? I think I got it from then.
Yes.
So I have got 2 bright pink mohair, so I could do something with it combined.
Right.
But I do like this top that I've seen. So watch this space. So they are not swatches, Victoria. They are
purchases.
Yes, not cast-ons. So you can stop panicking. I haven't had a bump on the head and started doing swatches.
Yeah. Yes.
So that was all my purchases from.
That's very restrained.
It was very restrained. I did, yeah. I knew I wanted some wool. I went with the intention of buying some double knit wool, and I got that. And of course, I couldn't resist the sparkly yarn tubs. So they don't really count, because they're just, sparkly yarn tubs, aren't they?
And they're very inexpensive.
They are very inexpensive.
I'm just sorry. People keep saying hello. We're always international. We're very international today.
Oh,
we've got
yes.
Switzerland. I'm just ignoring the UK because that's the UK. Switzerland, Chicago, Florida.
Yes.
So good afternoon, good evening, wherever
to the
you
world.
Are.
Good evening to the world.
Yeah.
Is there anybody out there that's somewhere out of the UK? We like to know. We keep threatening to get you with a map, don't we?
We've not done it for a long time, have
No.
I did ask everyone once. It was fascinating to know where everyone's come from, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
It's always just nice to see
Dublin.
There you go.
There we go.
But we're in lots of different time zones.
Lots of different time zones. I mean, I feel like I'm in a separate time zone sometimes.
Wow.
I don't know what time it is sometimes. I went into town this afternoon because I had to go to the dentist. And I was I'd been and I was bimbling about and doing a few things. And then I thought, well, I can't be bimbling about too much. I need to get back. I've got things to do before the podcast. But luckily, because it's school holidays, I was thinking, oh, I'm going to hit all the traffic. And then I remembered it wasn't school holiday. But town was heaving. Absolutely. Oh.
Well, that's because it's half term and everyone's in town.
Oh, it was awful.
Yeah.
It was worse than a Saturday. I was just thinking, I know where I need to go. I need to go to Marks and Spencer's. I need to go to Boots. I knew where I was going. Oh, it was like this. When you're having to like dodge people. I hate walking like that. And then you end up dancing with people, don't you? Because they're trying to go. People just bimbling about. Yeah. I won't be doing that again this week.
It is nice half-term week when you're working because there's no cars on the road going to and from work.
I'm not going back into Lincoln this week. No way. Although they've got all the illuminations on, haven't they, in the cathedral?
Yes.
We drove past and in the castle. Because we drove past the cathedral the other night and you could see it inside, through the big circular window in the bit where...
Isn't that something different? Isn't that an installation? And then they've got the light show in the castle.
Yes, but I think it's all running at the same time.
Right.
But as we drove past, we thought, oh my goodness, you could see all the stained glass was lit up pinks and purples, and it was beautiful. So I might try and go and see that. Maybe not, because I'll see how long it's on. I don't really want to go in school holidays. I
thought it was just on this weekend, but I don't know.
Was it?
I've not paid enough attention.
You don't care, do you?
No. I know I'm not paying to go in the castle to see some lights.
No, well, I'm not going to pay to go in the castle, but I would going to go into the cathedral because that did look really nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's on? Can anyone tell us someone was saying, like they had the moon last year?
Yes.
I think it's something like that, but I
It
can't
is.
remember
It's
what it
some
is.
sort of light show to do with something.
Yes.
You know, like it's got a theme.
Yes.
I think it's some sort of luminosity. Yeah. I mean, we can have a look, can't we?
I know, that's what I was just thinking. Somebody will know. Someone better than us.
Somebody will know.
Science by, I mean, oh, for goodness sake.
What? Is it big words?
Science by Lux Moralis. Lux, Lux, mural is, all one word. Say that how you like.
Does it say what it's about?
It's an immersive show designed to enable people to explore and contemplate the contributions of science and human understanding of the physical world around us.
It must have been last weekend when I drove past it then, Eve. David and I drove past it and thought, oh, what are those? So is it not on now?
Forget that, because that's all purples, which is what you've described.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm reading it properly now. Following sellout shows in February, they've now added, because I kept thinking, well, they're saying it's from the 12th to the 16th of March, but that's because it was sold out in February, 12th to the 16th of March. If you want to go and see it, book your time slots.
Oh, right, so I can go and see it. I might go and see that then. Jane, I mean, is he mad? Of course I buy wool. Of course I dye wool.
Yes, but that is like...
They're two different hobbies.
That's like a baker might bake cakes all day, but they would still go and buy something from Curtis's.
Yes, absolutely. It's exactly the same thing. It is.
It is definitely, yes. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, we have to buy other people's because they do things different to us.
Exactly. And if you like something, you buy it, don't you?
Yes.
Anyway, we're digressing, aren't we? Oh, so I'm pleased you've given me that information then. No, it's separate, Jane, to the Lincoln lights that are in the castle. That's like it's on for the school holidays.
Yes.
This is actually in the cathedral. I'll look at that then. I might go and get tickets and go and see that. I'd quite like to go and see
saying it. Her family went, loved it. It's only on for 4 days. So it's obviously only on for 4 days again in March. It's got to be like 4 weeks later.
Yeah. So, I'll have a look at that then and get some tickets ordered.
Yes.
Right, now that we've sorted out what I'm going to do in my spare time and, you know, whatever, let's talk about something else. What have you got there? I know you've been busy dyeing stuff, haven't you? You've been in the shed quite a bit.
I've been in the shed. So I've only got the 3 things that I'd already got. So let me just show you. I'm now on to pattern 6 of the Hint of Springtime wrap. I've got 1 repeat done. So, I mean, you've had it for a month, so I'm guessing everyone's seen it. But this is what it's looking like now. So lovely. That is nice. Pattern 6. I mean, for mine, pattern 5 looks like it's striped almost.
It does look stripy.
It's ever so strange, just how the
weird
shades have fallen look stripy. And then that is, well, I'm torn between them two as my least favourite colour at the minute. But that's just me.
So do you like that bright pink then?
Well, this is one of my favourites so far.
Oh my goodness, Lisa. Lisa, we might get this dyed up yet.
So
I really like that colour.
So pattern 5, pattern 4, pattern 1's still my favourite because it's blues.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'd got not quite a way behind, but I've got caught up. So I've only got my undyed and then another repeat of pattern 6. And then I'm ready for the next month, which is, like we said, all dyed, wound, packaged, ready to go. So I'm still not sure I still don't know what my favourite pattern is yet. It could be pattern 1 or pattern 5.
Yeah, you see, I like pattern 1 and I like pattern 6. Yeah, I like that one because it's like little
That's
bees.
upside down, but
Yeah.
and
I like pattern 6. You like that one?
I'm not bothered about pattern 6, but
yeah, Lisa, I'm shocked as well.
I know, but also you have got to imagine, like, it's a choice. I don't know. I like it. I don't dislike pinks.
My gas is flabbered.
Well, yeah, I don't. But yeah. So, how's everyone getting on with it? What are your favourite colours so far? What are your favourite patterns so far? So yeah, I've done quite a bit of work on that because I needed to. So,
good stuff.
Oh, Anita saying she likes pattern 6. Julie's on pattern 4. Oh, nice. Janet's finished hers.
Good.
Excellent.
All over. Yeah, all over.
Yes.
Would you like to see some of my knitting then?
Let's see some knitting.
So, using the
Tequila Sunrise,
which is now going to live in that sparkly bag. So I may as well sort this out while I'm on. And it gets a little turned down like that. So it's now in its happy little bag.
Yeah, Tequila Sunrise.
The Sapphire.
And Sapphire
is going in the blue bag. I do feel like I'm in the square through the round window. So all sorted. My wool is in its 2 little bags now. So I haven't done a huge amount of it, but it is starting to grow. I'm loving it. I'm really liking the pattern. That's better. You can.
I mean, it's not, but it almost looks like you've got just like blocks of colours between the blues.
Yeah, it's really pretty. The Tequila Sunrise is just knitting up beautiful. It's a really pretty colour, that, Dominique.
Yeah, I mean,
I know you're not keen on the combination of the 2, but I'm really, really happy with that.
And Tequila Fizz is not my favourite, but I can see how, I can appreciate how it looks.
Tequila Fizz was something else, yeah.
Yeah, forget Fizz.
So I'm really happy with how the colours have come out on that.
Yes.
Yes. So that's cracking on.
What is it?
That is the Botanic shawl by Mr. West, Stephen West.
Yes,
it's an older shawl. You know, it's not a new shawl that's been out, but I did the double knit version similar to that. He did some of that pattern within the trailing cabling trellises, words all in that order, but slightly different. And that was a double knit one, but this is the 4-ply one. So yeah, I'm really liking it, and it's nice because it's one of those you can easily put down and pick up.
And know where you are.
You know where you are.
Yeah.
It's not too taxing.
Is that someone shouting you or annoyed?
Can you hear him? No, it's David on the telephone. I'll just have to speak even louder so you can't hear him.
I can't hear him.
Good. Yeah, I'm pleased with the colour, Janice. I really like them together.
Are you going to bring it on Sunday?
I am bringing it on Sunday because I think that'll be what I'll be knitting on.
Right.
Because the other ones probably I'll bring both of them, but yes, I'll definitely be bringing it on Sunday because we've got afternoon tea, haven't we?
We've got afternoon tea. So just while I think about it, if there's, like we say every time, we'll always have the wool there. If there's anything particularly you think you might want or you want to have a look at, will you just let us know tomorrow and we'll make sure it's dyed. So if you think I really like Tequila Fizz and I think I might want it on double knit, let us know. You're not, you know, you don't have to buy it, but just then we know we've got the right base there because we've got a lot of wool. But sod's law, you will come and think, oh, I really wanted the Sapphire on double knit, and we've got it on every other base. So
so let us know. Yeah, like you say, it's no commitment because we know that we're going to be in shows.
Commitment was the word I was looking for.
Yeah, we've got shows, haven't we? So it's not as if we're dying it and worrying about it being there.
No.
So
Yes,
But
but
again,
we've got like Jack, we've got quite a few new people coming, so the wool will be there, and you can have a play as much as you want.
So it's the first one of the year, isn't it? First one of 2025. So it's full. And then I was just going through numbers today. March, we've only got a couple of places left on March as well. So if you want to come to the March one, that is getting booked up as well quite quickly.
Scarlet. I was going to say Scarlet. Yeah, it's done, Eve. Eve, your Scarlet is done. And it's as close as I could get it. I think it's fairly close.
Yes, I've wound it. It looks it looks very similar to the colour you did. Yeah, it's one skein of each. Victoria. Does the pattern call for two? Well, I'm not going to make it that big because it is actually a humongous. I've got the front of the pattern. It's an absolutely massive triangle that he makes. So I am literally just going to use 2 balls because I know that that'll be big enough for me. It was a really, really big triangular shawl.
Janet Perfect, do you want that on 4-ply sock? Just the normal 4-ply, and I will make sure that there are 3. I'll dye you 3 all at the same time.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I think there is an odd charcoal there, but they may not be as
the same. So I'll make sure.
Yeah.
Just confirm, Janet, if it's the 4-ply and if it's sock or sparkle, and it'll be there.
Yeah.
The next one, the March afternoon tea, is Monday the 31st of March.
Okay.
Yes, please, sock. Right, 3 times sock.
We have got one in. Have we got one in April as well?
We've got one in April.
Not one. There isn't one in May, is there? Because we're doing Buxton Wool Show in May, aren't we?
Well, I think there's one in April. Oh, there is. Sunday the 27th of April, which is the Sunday after Easter Sunday.
Right.
So I'm guessing that's going to be. Well, I was going to say it's going to be the end of school holidays, but I bet it's not. I bet they go back on the Tuesday, won't they? But
well,
anyway.
I think that the school holidays are way before Easter.
Yes.
And then they have Easter off on top of the school holidays.
Monday the 31st of March, Sunday the 27th of April.
And then there isn't one in May, is there? I don't think we've got one in May. No, we haven't got one in May.
We've not got one in May.
We've got, because we're doing Buxton Wool Show, aren't we, on the 16th, 17th, is it, of May?
Yeah, we've not got one in May.
Yeah,
and it is the 17th and 18th of May.
Yeah, that weekend.
The only reason we're saying that is because February sold out so quickly and March is almost full. And we'd had people contacted us for February, so...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just while we're talking about afternoon teas, it went in my head and then I was looking at dates. For those of you that came last February afternoon tea...
Good luck, that's a long time ago.
It is a long time ago. I had just finished my caser tea.
Oh, well remembered.
That I wore for the afternoon tea. And we all went a little bit mad and we decided we were going to do a caser tea make-along for everyone to wear at Woolmonty. People have asked, although I think it was before Christmas, are we doing another one this year? So the question is, does anybody fancy doing another T-shirt make-along to be finished for the Woolmonty in June? And if you do, I'll find 2 or 3 patterns and I can put a poll up and we can decide what we're going to do.
And are you going to look again for something that's not a load of wool? Do you know what I mean?
So
like
I would look again, a 2-baller for most people, a 2-baller 4-ply T-shirt.
Yeah.
But I forgot about it. I don't know if it was at the retreat at Christmas or an afternoon tea last year, but a few people asked because they said how nice it was going to Woolmonty, knitting along with it and going to Woolmonty. So it popped into my head and I keep forgetting to say. So,
I mean, this is bad. I haven't even got the Woolmonty in my calendar, which is worrying because I go on holiday the following week. It is the 6th and 7th. It's 7th and 8th, isn't it, of June? Have you got it in your calendar? I mean, I need to add this in. Wool
Yeah,
months.
it is the 7th and 8th of June. Oh, I mean, we've got, you see, Anita, I knew you'd remember, we all went mad. But the reason I've said this is if people want to look at the wool on Sunday with that in mind, then you can do if you're there.
Good thinking, Batwoman.
But, right, I mean, quite a lot have said you're in already. So what I'll do is I will look for, but if anyone's got any suggestions, then just comment now or put a comment under the video.
Because the last one we did, it was a yoke, wasn't it, with a lacy top. So
Yes.
maybe something slightly different. If anybody's got any suggestions of like a t-shirt that doesn't look exactly the same, do you know what I mean? Because there are a lot out there. Maybe a different construction, different sleeves or different neck, or
it's going to have to be a short sleeve tee because we don't want it to be huge. Well, one, loads of knitting, two, really expensive. So yeah, anything similar to that if you've got patterns, because it was Barbara that had suggested the caser tee, which was this bird knit, and it was perfect. Well, it was perfect for some of us. I loved it. You didn't like it.
Tolster tee, Sue's saying. That's a popular one, isn't it?
It is a popular one, and there's different variations.
That might be a good suggestion because then people could do their own twist on it, couldn't they?
Yeah, I've just seen Wendy saying Wendy might do the wool monty. It's a birthday, but she'll crochet something instead. That's a good idea. So if you've got a crochet pattern, Wendy, because it was just a bit of fun. It wasn't anything serious, but it was all just doing the same thing.
Wendy's landed herself a job there, hasn't she, now, to try and find a two-baller pattern?
Yes.
Wendy, you do this every time, don't you? You should know not to stick your head above the parapet. Wendy, would you mind doing that? Just seeing if you find one and letting us know, and then we can give people options.
Right, hang on. Tolster tee.
Oh, Breezeway. I've not heard of that. Fogbound Knits, not heard of them either.
No, I haven't. And this is why I like, because I'd never heard of this bird knits. And I've knit two cases.
Have you not done another one of her patterns?
I was just thinking, I thought I'd done another one.
I thought you'd done a jumper, not a tee. I thought you'd done a jumper of hers because she does the dart bus dart, you know, the bus darts, doesn't she?
No, that's
oh, that's Cray-B. I thought she
that's Cray Bayer or the Woolly Badger.
Oh, I always get
it's the Woolly Badger that does bus darts.
Oh, look, Dominique, people are whizzing stuff at you, so we'll make a decision. It's got to be something that's fairly straightforward so that it's inclusive for everybody.
Absolutely. Yeah. Which, and I know, I know Jane's on here. I'm sure Jane really struggled with the case. Some people really struggle with the case tee, and others, we flew through it. And you would always choose the love note over the caser, and I really don't like the love note. So, and they're very similar. So
yeah, they are.
We're gonna try and find something that everyone can take part in.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I knit the caser tee, and it was a lovely. I just didn't particularly like it on me. There's nothing wrong with it, but I just didn't like it on me.
Yes.
I like knitting it, but as soon as I put it on, I really didn't like it. It's weird, isn't it?
And I'm the same. I didn't like the love note when I put it on. So we're all salty air tea. That's another one. Right. Keep them coming in. I am just. We'll
make a decision and let you know, because as I say, it would be nice on Sunday if there are people who are wanting to choose colours.
The salty air tea's been on my to-do list for a while as well, so I know that's one. But if I can, that's 5 there. If we can get it down to maybe 3, I can just put a poll out and then we'll go with the majority.
Because I'm already thinking of colours. I'm really liking this blue at the minute. I might go with the sapphire.
I might go with grasshopper.
Oh.
But anyway.
See, look, we're even thinking now. Look what you've got us doing.
Yeah, maybe Tolstoy might. But anyway, we'll see. Thank you for all your suggestions. and wanting to get involved. And do it in any wool. You do it in whatever you want.
Do it in whatever you want. Can you just give me a minute? Because I've just realised that I put my vegetables in the oven and Mr. Hammond's just gone out and I don't think he's checked my vegetables to make sure that they're not
drying out.
That they're not overcooking.
Right, you can do that. And while Marie's doing that, I'll show you what else I've been knitting. I mean, I'm saying that, and then you're giving me more suggestions. Let me write that down. Oh, Trish, I mean, that's no good for me. Talansia. I need to be able to pronounce it. You know, my pronunciation is not very good. I have finished the first sock. Oh, you can just see there. A simple toe up with, and I've just done a 1x1 cable in 2 columns. So first one is done, and that is the Cherry Blossom Gobstopper by Giddy Yarns. And I've just cast on the second, and I think I'd got another 2 stripes further up in a meeting the other day, and I don't know what made me think, not that it really matters, but I realised I'd done the cables on the same side of the sock. And it doesn't matter, but I thought really they need to be on the opposite side. So I dropped them down and picked them up properly, but it didn't look tidy. If it was for me, right, I'd have left it. So dropping down the cable column and just knitting them was fine, but I've done a purl, a 1x1 ribbon, another purl, and I'd not quite got enough yarn. It was really tight. So I ended up ripping it back, and I'm nearly back to where I was. But yeah, I'd done them on that side rather than that side. But because they're a present, I thought
you better sort them out.
I ought to do it. And because I'd sat doing it in a meeting, I didn't feel like I'd wasted my time. Which is not the right attitude.
Was it a very interesting meeting then? Was it riveting?
Well, if anyone else has to do meetings on Teams or Zoom, I find by knitting, I remain engaged in the meeting.
Yeah.
If I don't, I end up checking emails or just carrying on and doing some work. Not
listening.
And zoning out. So although it would look bad if someone saw me, it keeps me engaged because I'm not doing, otherwise I'm just like carrying on with emails and carrying on with work. Yeah. So it does keep me engaged. So they are, like I say, they're a March deadline, like middle of March. So they are going to be, once I get the second repeat done, this weekend will be mainly.
It's a nice bag. Is that a stitch by Mrs. D?
That's a stitch by Mrs. D.
That's pretty,
bag.
that one.
Really
Very nice.
Pretty.
What's that on the back? Is it a fox or a wolf?
No, that's a fox.
Oh, yes, I can see now.
And owl, rabbits and a bear.
Oh, that's cute.
It is a pretty one.
It's pretty, that.
It's one of the ones that survived the cull.
Good.
I mean, a lot survived the cull. Oh, something just went in my head and then out. Oh, I'd got to go to the blood test. I had to finish work slightly early because I had to just go for a blood test. And I was 10 minutes early at the doctor's. So I thought, perfect, I'm just going to sit there and knit. And at our doctor's, you're just checking on a machine. You don't even have to speak to the receptionist. And I sat down, unzipped my bag, and the nurse came through and said, Dominique, I was like, and I was out 6 minutes before my appointment time. So I didn't even have time to
That's good.
knit on them then. But
well,
anyway.
I was a bit like that today. I took my Kindle to the dentist because normally you can be like sat waiting for ages. And I'd got there a little bit early And I did the same thing, got my Kindle out, was called straight in, and I came out before my appointment was due to start. I was like, this never happens.
If I'd have not got my knitting with me, I'd have been sat there for 20 minutes.
Yes, yeah.
But Lisa and Julia are saying they're the same, that it keeps them engaged in meetings.
Yeah, I've done a few things recently where I've been on Zoom and I've been sock knitting because I'm the same. I'm listening more because my hands are occupied. Wow, why does that work? I don't understand. But or else I'd be the same as you, like looking around and thinking, oh, that plant needs watering over there, or
you're scrolling on your phone, or
or just not paying attention, brain stick. But I think because for me, I do find that knitting switches my head off. I can't describe it as anything other than that. I can be doing other things, but it's like switching all that other noise off in my head. You know, like when you're like sat and you're thinking, oh, is that going on? Is that going? You start thinking, I need to remember that. It doesn't. It like knocks that part. Linda's saying, have we not got an afternoon tea at the end of May, 23rd of May?
That sounds right. That's my sister's birthday, and I think we have.
Maybe we have. I mean, I got it into my head we weren't doing one because it was the show.
I'll tell you why I've missed that.
We have got one.
It's because it's a Friday, and in my calendar, I looked at every Monday, every Thursday, and every Sunday, and we'd not got one.
Well, we have.
You're right.
On the 23rd.
I should have remembered that.
Thank you. Thanks
Bilateral function promotes focus and flow.
What?
Bilateral function promotes focus and flow.
Well,
I need that on a sign that I can stick on my door in case anyone walks in while I'm knitting.
Yeah, I like that, Julia. That's what it is. It does something because it honestly switches my brain off, that it makes me concentrate on other things.
Yes.
Weird. Well, I'm pleased it's a real thing then, Julia.
It is. I would never sit in a in-person meeting.
Julia, I'm thinking you could give us maybe a lecture on that. I think that would be, it sounds like you know a lot about it.
It's not us that need the lecture, it's our bosses.
That's, yeah. Oh, yes. But then you could, what's that thing where it's facilitated to you and then you facilitate it to others? What's that called? When you...
Disseminate.
That's the word. You can disseminate it then, Dominique.
I mean, my boss is brilliant, and if I said that to him, he would just go, oh, all right then.
I think if you said that sentence to him, bilateral function promotes focus and flow, he would just go, yes, Dominique, yes.
I'm writing it down.
You just need it on a piece of paper, don't you? So if anybody comes in,
I need a badge.
I need it. I think we do need a badge. I like that.
The badge I've got on my pin badge I've got on my work bag says, sorry, did I just roll my eyes out loud? That's on my work badge, so I could have that there as well.
I mean, I'm thinking it would look nice on a bag somewhere, but that's a lot of words to put on a cricket badge.
That is a lot of words.
A lot of words, but I really like that, Julia. In fact, I'm going to screenshot it because I like that myself.
I've written it down.
I'm screenshotting that. Is there any other pearls of wisdom you'd like to give us? Because that's made me happy today, Julia. Thank you.
Oh. What other knitting have you got?
I've been working again on my field tank top. I'm loving this, and it's quite mindful doing this actually, because it's not too difficult and it's easy to repeat when you're on the row, but you do have to, there's a little bit of concentration going in. So I've sort of finished, you can see a little bit here. It's finished one grain. Where's the thing? Let me just, there. So that one there, I finished that grain. So it's like got the top of it on it. And now I'm on the next lot that's in, it like moves along and shifts.
Yes.
So I'm on that bit, but it feels, I can't tell you, just the bubbles on it. It's really tactile. I'm just like sitting in it. Feels so nice.
It's going to be so warm, isn't it? Because that's made it really quite dense.
But it's only at the bottom. So it's probably going to come up to, I don't know, boobage height. And then it's all plain. So it's all around the midriff, do you know what I mean?
Yes.
But I am really loving it. But it is quite yarn exhaustive. I'm on to my second ball, although it wasn't a full ball, that one, because I didn't want to use all the little scraps up. I taken the Jethro when I pulled it apart. I have got them, but I didn't want to be messing about on that pattern. I thought I can use that when I'm doing the ribbon. But yeah, I'm really liking that. The texture's beautiful. So that is the one where I'm watching something on television that doesn't need too much thought. I've been doing it this afternoon. Just before I came on here, I was watching Unforgotten, the police drama one.
With Nicola Walker? No.
The one where Nicola Walker was in it, but she isn't anymore, if people haven't seen what happened. She isn't in it anymore. With, I forget his name. Help me. Is it Sanjeev? He was the comedian, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, we start these conversations and neither of us knows where it's going. And the new lady is an Irish lady, isn't he?
Yeah. Sanjeev Bhaskar.
That's it. It's good. It's very good. If I'm just on catch up on it, so
I never watched it, even though I really like Nicola Walker. I don't know why I didn't get into it.
Yeah, it was good, and this is the second series that the other female leads in it. So it's yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I like the theme tune to it. The theme tune, I like the song. But anyway. What else have you got? Anything? All I can smell is my roasted veggies cooking. They smell very nice.
I have I'm all tangled up. I've carried on knitting and I have put it on. I did it this afternoon. I've put it on some try-on tubing so that I could try it on.
Really?
And it fits. There is quite a bit of fabric.
What's it like in the boob area? Does it sit all right?
It does. You can see your boobs.
Does it make them like just look like that? Do you know what I mean? Does it go like that nice, and then do you just look like you got two like melons there? I mean, what we need is a try on, don't we?
I know you, but I'm still wearing it. I was got my sports bra on, so it was not the right. It's not the right bra.
That's not the right bra.
No. So
that's not going to do anything, is it?
No. So I need to try it. I could see it, but I don't know if I could see them because I was looking. But there felt like there was a lot of fabric around my back. So, but I'm just below my boobs now, so I'm just going to decrease.
I was just going to say, can you?
Not loads, but otherwise I think it's going to be really oversized, and I don't want that.
Because on the pattern, it does look like where people are wearing it, it does look a little bit like a tunic type top. Do you know what I mean? It's not.
Yes, and I don't want it really tight, but it just feels
too much.
Like I thought, oh, that fits really nicely. And then just as I turned to the side, there just seemed to be a lot of...
Did you feel like it was doing that when you moved?
A little, not quite, but I think it would. So I'll just not do loads, but I'll just decrease a little bit. But
and it will grow, won't it? It looks like it's going to grow.
I think so, because it's 100% wool.
Yeah.
So... but I am enjoying it, and of course now it is just round and round and round you go. I've not done any on it since the weekend, and I was being too lazy to get the try-on tubing out to try it on. So I thought, oh, this afternoon I really ought to.
You've done a lot of it though.
What's it called?
It's called, I have no idea, I can't remember.
Oh, the Huldra. I'm thinking. It's called the Huldra. It needs to be a lot longer because, like I say, although there's quite a lot there, it does feel like it is only just past my boobs. So it's the 50-gram balls. Yeah, I suddenly think the 50-gram balls.
A double knot.
It's
double,
Aran.
Aran.
Yeah, it must be Aaron. 50 grams is 70 meters, so 100 grams is 140 meters. So I mean, I've stopped halfway through because what I like to do is I can do about a ball in 2 hours. About. So I thought if I can do 2 balls a week, it's not going to take too long. But then I got distracted by hint of springtime. So let's see this weekend. This will probably come to afternoon tea because it's easy. I can just go round and round. So I am still enjoying it. It still looks nice, but I just need to adjust the fit a little bit, I think. So
good.
We'll see. But I'm just doing it in Drops Alaska.
Yeah, nice.
But it is 100% wool. So and nothing normally bothers me, but it does get in my eyes a bit as I'm knitting it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. I am enjoying it, and it fits. That's the main thing. It's easy to goggles you can smaller as I go down, rather than it being too small.
I've got some swimming goggles, if that'll help.
Fine. I mean, I've knit all of that. It just, I can just feel it's 100% wool.
I get like that with Wensleydale sometimes. It gets in my eyes. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me
just. Have we got any other announcements? Was there anything else on your list that we needed to talk about? We've done order if you want the month 3 because it's going out soon.
Which I've seen someone's already done, and Jane says she definitely wants it on Sunday.
Afternoon tea.
The
top.
Make along.
Can't think of anything else, can you? I think that was all we needed to cover, wasn't it?
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was.
Is there anything anybody wants to know about, or anything you want to tell us about? Now is the time to type.
I'm just looking around to make sure I've not missed anything.
All mine that I brought is here, so I know I've done everything that I wanted to talk about. Can't anybody want any burning questions? Answers to burning questions? That's what I meant to say.
Countdown to the retreat is 15 days.
Oh my lord.
Because it's 2 weeks tomorrow.
It is 2 weeks tomorrow.
So we've got afternoon tea on Sunday, and the retreat is 2 weeks tomorrow. So
countdown is well and truly on, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I've got to say that you were all getting a little bit giddy this morning on knitting that, to those of you that were there, about coming to the retreat. And it's 2 weeks away, so it's just going to be, it's like children waiting for Christmas sometimes, isn't it?
Well, Marjorie was already worrying that she's not started sorting her projects out.
Yeah, I'm thinking this year we might have to ban e-numbers, Dominique. We might have to put a restriction on e-numbers so they don't all get too excited.
Well, I mean, there's just no way to stop it. It's like a beast of its own that cannot be stopped.
It whips itself up, and it's like a whirling dervish, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's lovely. It is nice. But it is funny how everybody gets so excited. I've got everything's ready. I've got everything all sorted. It's all in the wardrobes, all ready to go. So I'm fairly organised with that.
Yeah. I was just thinking I might see if I can get the Huldra finished. I think I probably can.
Yeah. Anita's got her PJs. Have you got Easter PJs, Anita? Have they got little rabbits on?
I think my Easter PJs might have been donated.
Well, Linda, I'm blaming you, Linda, that's on, and I know you're on, for long nighties. I mean, Linda told me about these long nighties. Well, I've purchased quite a few of them, and they're very comfortable. So I think I might be wearing long nighties.
Are we going to end up calling you Margot?
No, they're not Margot-esque. They look more like, like plain dresses. And I was looking for some Margot-esque ones, but no, these are very comfortable. So thank you, Linda. They are just plain 90s, long 90s, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like in cotton, brush cotton type, not brush cotton, you know.
You see, I like a brush cotton 90.
Yeah, I like a brush cotton, but they can be a bit too warm, but they are very nice. They look like a beach summer dress, some of them, but they're not. They're 90s. Very nice. So I might be wearing 90s.
Oh, Julie's picking her mum up next weekend, ready for the retreat.
Oh, it'd be lovely to see your mum again. It's a while since we've seen her.
It will be really nice.
Oh, Marjorie's got rabbit PJs from Popsy. Oh, it's all starting.
I didn't realise Popsy did PJs.
Oh, here we go. I might have to have a little look into Tesco's then, because they might just have some Easter pajamas.
I think you might find I'm in my Christmas pajamas, because why not? Easter is very, very closely linked to Christmas.
Yes, Dominique. In that it's a religious holiday. Is that where you're going?
Well, Jesus was born on Christmas and died at Easter.
He did, but not within that short space of time.
No. And it's not Easter. We're not there for Easter. We're there a month and a half. We're 5 weeks before Easter. But, you know, there or thereabouts, aren't we?
Yeah. So we're going to have lots of Easter bunnies hopping about by the sound of it.
I mean...
And Popsy night. Oh, look, all with pockets.
We've never done an Easter egg hunt, have we?
Oh, don't. What, with little baskets? Now that would be quite amusing, Easter egg hunt. Are you going to be the bunny? Are you going to be Dawn French?
Dawn French.
And get dressed up as the Easter bunny? Now that I would pay to see.
They all dressed up as the Easter bunny though, didn't they?
Yes. We could all dress up as Easter bunnies. Now that would be very good. Everybody bring some ears, little nose, off we go. See what you've done? You said it, not me. You normally blame me. I never said it. We've got witnesses. You said, what about an Easter egg hunt?
No, I said we've never done it, not what about one.
Yes, I know, but when you mention it, that's it. When you mention it, you go off with it.
Oh,
you have an Easter bonnet parade? No, we don't have an Easter bonnet parade.
No.
No. An Easter egg hunt would be much hilarious because we could disperse them. We'll get a bit of peace and quiet, Dominique. We could like go and hide all the Easter eggs.
It depends on the weather, because if it's nice weather, you could put them outside.
Outside, yeah.
You know, like you do an Easter egg hunt for very, very small children to wear them out. Oh, that's what we could do.
Oh,
and then
no, hey,
could
Mandy.
come back and have a little nap in an afternoon.
Apparently, Mandy used to have a bunny girl outfit. I mean, we're hearing all sorts now.
You could hunt for mini skeins around the gardens. Pray for nice weather. And can you just imagine in 3 weeks' time when Aidan's cutting the lawns and find mini skeins that have not been found?
Oh, there's a wedding on, and they're all sat, you know. And what on earth is this outside? Somebody's left children's Easter eggs everywhere. I tell you what, though, I mean, I think we'd have to restrain Margie if she knew there was free range chocolate everywhere.
Yeah.
It could get difficult. We could be rugby tackling people. Leave us with some of these ideas to think about.
Sue's got plastic eggs to put things inside.
That's where my brain was going. I think I've got some somewhere.
Right.
I feel a trip to Poundland coming.
This could be very weather dependent.
Very weather dependent, because if it's snowing, we're not doing it.
No. And it's very difficult to do it inside.
We're not doing it inside.
No.
Because that could just be very dangerous with all those big Chinese pots and things. No.
Rugs and
rugs. It's not going to happen.
No.
And other people potentially.
Yeah.
Not going to happen. No.
Oh dear. Right.
Right. Plastic Easter eggs are coming by the sound of it. We might have to fill them, Dominique.
Just as we said, we've got everything ready and sorted.
Yeah. They're fun things to do, though, aren't they? Yeah, maybe you're only allowed to find one egg each. And if you find it, you've got to be like you make children. Your basket's full, you've got to let the other children find it. You're only allowed to have 3 in your basket. Go and help the other children find them.
You're only allowed 3 in your basket, but if you find one that you prefer, you can put it in your basket and take one out.
No, that's not a rule, Dominique. No, you've got to share and share alike.
It is, because some people will like some things and not every.
Won't know what's inside it though, if the plastic Easter eggs, will they, with things inside?
I mean, watch this space.
Watch this space. Marie's off to Amazon. Right. On that note, before we go any further,
thank you very much for all your suggestions for teas. I'll have a look at them, look at the yardage and things like that, and narrow it down to 3 probably. And I'll just put a poll out on social media, and we'll go with the most popular choice.
There was something I was going to say. So we're sending out the weekly newsletter, and I know sometimes that it's, we're sort of not sure what to put in it. Is there anything, because it's obviously going out to you lot, or at least people who subscribe. If you're not receiving it, it's because you don't subscribe on our website, and we're only sending it to subscribers. Is there anything you would like to know? Is there anything you would like us to include in the weekly WITA catch-up? Or are you just happy with whatever you get, photographs of what we're doing, what we've been cooking, where we've been, what's happening? Or is there things that you would like to know about? Because if there is, let us know and I'll try and incorporate them.
That's just reminded me, I'm just sending you the photos now. I took them earlier, but I
harass Dominique usually on a Friday morning, or if she's lucky, she gets to know on the Thursday of, have you got any photographs? Because I haven't got any photographs. Yes. So is there anything you would like? Anything, What
bits do you like reading? What bits are you not bothered about reading?
Yes. Yeah, that's a good thing, because, I'd rather put things in that you would all like to read.
Yes.
And we know that a lot of some of the stuff is on social media, but we're sort of, the main reason we started doing it is because there are a lot of people who either watch us on the podcast or buy from us, but do not do social media. Yes. So they were missing out on a lot of things. Yeah. So like, for example, when we decide whatever t-shirt it is, it'll go in the newsletter for those people who won't see those posts on social media. So if you are thinking, oh, well, it's the same stuff, we're doing it because some people don't.
And I'm on social media and follow people, but certainly days I work, I might not go on social media. And with the way the feeds are, you just miss things.
Yeah.
Marjorie was saying about a post she'd seen, and I was like, well, I know I follow that person, and I've not seen that at all, because you don't always go on. So,
and the algorithms do change it, don't they? You can, you might only see certain things from people. You won't necessarily see every single feed. So,
yes. Thank you, Wendy.
Upcoming dates,
Anita saying upcoming dates are useful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we could do that for, like, I could just do a list of upcoming dates of things like the retreats, the shows,
afternoon teas and
things. Yeah, that's a good idea, Anita. Anything else? Pattern recommendations? Yes. Yeah. I mean, I do try and put those on for things that we're working on, but yes, so if we talk about patterns and things.
That's just reminded me.
Because we went while we're on Knit and Natter, because again, we talk about a lot of things on Knit and Natter, don't we? So what I will start to do is the WITA Facebook Knit and Natter group. Sometimes people put patterns on there because we've been talking about them. Like last night, we were talking about knitted hoods, weren't we?
Yes.
So I might put those on because there were some really nice pattern ideas for knitted hoods.
Sorry, it just made me think while you were talking about recommendations, right, I was just trying to find it. So at the end, after last week's podcast, Jay Hargreaves commented, and she just said, just wanted to point you in the direction of a great YouTube video produced by For the Fun of Knit, and it was Every Sweater We Knit in 2024. And I went and looked. So For the Fun of Knit is not a podcast I watch, but it's a Canadian lady. I think she's called Linda. I only watched that one and really enjoyed it. So I went and watched the first one. But her and I'm going to say 4 friends, obviously meet, they're like a little knitter natter, and they decided to do a little fashion show of every garment they've knit in 2025.
Nice.
It was maybe half an hour long, but for recommendations, most of these were like double knit. I don't think there was anything in there that we could use for the tea, but that I really enjoyed watching that.
Yeah.
Just watching these 5 ladies that put a bit of music to it and just kept coming on, and it had just got the name of the garment and what yarn it was knitting. So thank you ever so much for that recommendation. It was really nice. So that just reminded me, I'd seen it last week and it was a brilliant podcast to go and watch. So yes.
And Janet's saying that she just likes knowing what we've both been up to and what we're working on. So I'll just keep doing that and just keep adding bits in. But if anybody has any suggestions, either comment on the podcast or just email us, and we'll pick that up. Thank you. Right.
Yes,
that's it then.
It is. But I'm pleased you said that, because that reminded me to say thank you for the recommendation, because it was very, very good.
Good. Right. Well, we shall disappear. I'll go and rescue my vegetables and shove my salmon in. Have a good weekend, everybody. Safe journey to all of those of you who are coming to the Crafternoon Tea on Sunday.
Yeah,
and we'll see you all next